Hello, happy Thursday, and welcome to our Divine Energy Flow session weekly that we have. So, if you are new here, we do this weekly every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and we typically talk about a topic before the session. So, tonight's topic is basically how to not just wait to be happy. We all I'm gonna just get right into it. So, I mean, we are basically, I want to say, programmed um, to look for like the worst, like to wake up in the morning and be like, okay, what's the crappy stuff that's gonna happen today? And literally, I mean, like I did this my whole life, you know. And that's what we do. That's what we're programmed to do. Not necessarily like intentionally programmed, but we watch everybody else do it when we're growing up. And all that. So the bottom line is, um, we constantly want something else, and you see this with children the most. I see this with my daughter so much. When I have this, or when I'm in this situation, when I'm at this particular, like, let's say, school, or let's say, whatever it is, then that's going to be the time. That's going to be when I'm going to be happy. That's, as soon as I get this thing or this job or this relationship, or whatever. Most people, it's probably once I get married, once I have kids, once I whatever the ones I have is for you. Um, the bottom line is, it's just not how it works. It's just not how energy works in our world. Is energy. Everything is energy. So we have to start realizing and remembering this fact that everything is energy, and the way that our energy is determines our next now moments, right? We create our next now moments. So the funny thing about the whole when I get this or have this or whatever, the funny thing about that is that everything is now, right? Everything is happening right now. There is no past, there is no future. All of it's in one line, just in sort of layers. Okay, it just feels like time. It's just time is just what we're doing right now. Um, but so realistically, there is only one when, and it's now. So we have to figure out how to make ourselves feel like we want to feel in the future now, right? This is like the basics of manifestation. Excuse me, my cat, I allowed him to be right on the side of me tonight. So he's on my desk, right on the side of the computer. I think he's going to be good. He's just kind of like laying there, but right now he stood up and he's looking himself. So he might just go back and lay down. He might like walk across the whole desk and try to leave or whatever. Excuse the cat. It's the cat. He kind of runs the show. So, um, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, now. So yeah, it's all now. So we have to figure out some ways to make us feel like we want to feel later. Okay. So if we want to be in a loving, passionate relationship, guess what? You better have a loving, passionate relationship with you. With you. The only way you'll find it there is if you have it here. Okay? So every day, you better wake up saying, I love you. Looking in the mirror, giving yourself a high five. Me and my daughter do this every morning. We give ourselves high fives in the mirror. Okay? Um, there's many different self-love and ways that you can do this, but the bottom line is you have to feel about you how you want someone else to feel about you before it'll happen. So, um, same thing, like, let's just say, work, or like I'll say like one of something that I'm working with right now and that I have been for a couple of years. I really want to move to the water somewhere, to the ocean. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm a mermaid in some other reality. I always say that. I'm kidding, but not kidding. Like, I don't know. But hi Shelbel, hi Carol. Thank y'all for being here. um, yeah. So many times, like, I'll catch myself. Obviously, we go through life and we're in this world, and so like the energetics of the world get to us and bring us to lower states of consciousness, and we kind of go up and down through the states of consciousness all day, because it's kind of like where we're at, and how our lives, if we still live in like the matrixy, if we still have a job and still have to drive around in traffic and that type of thing, then you're gonna fluctuate in your consciousness, right? But what I typically do is like, what I was gonna say is, you can snap out of that lower state and jump back up, okay? And so that's what I do when I'll realize, or maybe a lot of times I'll just want to feel better. So I'm like, okay, so while I'm driving, or typically while I'm driving, I can totally remember the feeling of driving down Beach Boulevard. I remember what it felt like. I remember the smells. I remember, because I lived on the beach for about, I lived at the beach for about 12 years. Okay. So I remember the smells. I remember just what it felt like. I remember the vibration. I remember just the whole, I forgot what that word is that I'm looking for, but the feeling. And I'll just bring it back, riding down the street, and it's almost like I'm pretending. It's all in your mind. It's all imagination. Your imagination is your magic. Like, imagination is your magic. And I'll just pretend like I'm driving down Beach Boulevard. The more that you can stay in that feeling state of whatever it is that you want to feel, eventually that will manifest. But you have to keep, I mean, what will manifest is whatever the frequency is, or whatever the state of consciousness is, the dominant state through a longer period of now moments, right? It doesn't just happen overnight, unless you're some kind of like a mystic type of person, but here in this 3D world, this is just how it works. It's how energy works. So, let's see. What did I write down? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. So if you're waiting for something, um, it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. You have to feel it now. So, and my cat looks like he's getting a little bit jumpy. Are you want me to open the door? You wanna go? Come on, Bubba. Okay, I'm gonna just leave the door open. So the different things, some things that you can do, because you have to feel that state here. There it goes. All right, Bubba. Go. Keep going. All right. Thank y'all. Um, you have to feel that state now. This is the only moment that you have. What if you died tomorrow? Like, I mean, or whatever it is, transitioned. Um, you you want to have lived happily in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, in you, not worrying. It doesn't matter what's outside of you. There are millions, I think millions. Let me close my door real quick. I'm sorry. There are many people in this world that don't have anything. Like, I'll watch this video. Okay, right now I'm hooked on this Disney Plus, um, um, Welcome to Earth, maybe. It's the Will Smith. Will Smith is in it, and he's like doing all kind of cool stuff. And he went to a volcano in one of these episodes, and there's this tribe. I forgot where it's at in the world, but there's a tribe that lives by this volcano, and they have nothing. They literally like sleep and live in the dirt. They live near this volcano, and their entire life, like all they do is these dances around. They get in this big circle, and they do like these dances to sort of like mock the sounds and stuff that's coming from the volcano, because the volcano is active, but it's not, but there's something about it that's not going to like super explode and kill everybody, right? But it's super active way down in the ground, so it like, so you can feel the vibrations from it, and you can hear it. And so the kids, and so all they have on is like what we would call like a hula skirt, like with the little things around, they just do these dances, and they're so happy, and they just are so alive. you know they don't have anything. They just live. They just live with what they have. So the thing is, look at what's around you and what can you appreciate. Look at what's around you and what beauty do you see? There's beauty everywhere. Just go walk outside. I don't care if you live in the city. Go walk outside and look at the grass. Look at the tree. There's so many beauty. I mean, like, I find myself just it's so ridiculous. I find myself all day long just looking at the tree, because I drive for a living basically. And I'm just looking at all these beautiful oak trees down here in Louisiana. Ugh. They're so beautiful. The branches just go all long and all the way to the ground. So they're just majestic and powerful and beautiful. And man, and I just stop and I just look at them, and the energy of them is just so amazing. And I'm just grateful for them. And I listen to them, and they whisper to me, and and the wind is the same thing. Like, these things that I'm mentioning are it's just nature. It's not anything you have to ever wait for ever. Like, you just go outside and have it. And these are things in life that really bring you aliveness. These are things in life that there's no doubt it'll bring you aliveness. There is, on the other hand, if you're waiting for that relationship, or if you're waiting for the job or the place to live or whatever it is, there may be some negative stuff to do with those things. The relationship might be crap. Might be wonderful at first. It might, like, sweep you off your feet and do all this shit, and then and then you find out he's a narcissist or whatever, or she, you know, you can't rely on anyone for your happiness but yourself, not your children. Can't be attached to anyone for this. This is only you. You have it inside you. There's no one else that can give it to you. If you're not happy with you, I don't care who you're with, you won't be happy with them either, and they won't be happy with you in the long run. You can pretend and play all you want. The sex might be good, whatever. But in the long run, what matters may not be fulfilled. So find fulfillment within. Dig deep within. Do some work on yourself. And when I say do some work, all that means is sit with yourself. Do some self-love practice. Love your body. Love your mind. Love your spirit. Get in touch with your spirit. I did the talk a few weeks ago on how to get in touch with your spirit. Watch that. Get in touch with your spirit. Do things that make you happy. Follow your joy. Follow your excitement. All those things that, like, Bashar and Abraham Hicks and all that says. You can do that even if you have to go to a job. Let's say you go to a job that you really hate right now. I had this not that long ago, and I quit the job because because I freaking hated it. But let's say that you go to a job that you really dislike. Can you quit the job? If you cannot quit the job, then you must find reasons to be there that make you fulfilled. If you can't quit, and you can do anything you want, there is no I can't, whatever, right? You may just have to look a little bit. I mean, I would say find the path of least resistance. Maybe look, don't just go and quit. I just went and quit, just because I knew I was going to find something else. I knew I was going to be okay. You have to have that faith in yourself, and faith in the energy that you've put out there, and faith that it's gonna come back. The knowingness that it's gonna come back around, and when you follow that joy, and when you follow your highest timeline, when you I can't even think of the words I want to say. When you are following your joy, when you are truly in a state of looking for the good instead of looking for the bad, when you're in a gratitude state just by looking at nature, um, all that will come back to you. If you trust that the universe will take care of you, that your spirit, that whatever you want to call it, God or whatever, that will take care of you, then it will. It always, always will. It may not look like what you think it'll look like. It didn't for me. That's okay. But we don't know what God knows. We don't know what our higher self knows. Like, we don't know where we're gonna be. But our higher self does, our spirit does, the universe does, God does, Creator does. And it's way bigger than what we think it's gonna be. Don't be upset if you don't get something, because there's something so much better that's just about to come around the corner if you allow it through your frequency. Okay? The bottom line of this little talk was really to get present, to just like get present in the moment and find the beauty out of the moment. Find the goodness in the world. I don't ever watch the news. I don't care if I'm ignorant to what's going on in the world. It's not a part of my reality. Once it becomes, if it ever does, sorry, if it ever does become a part of my reality, then I will acknowledge it. And I will figure out a way to change to change my perception. Because really, for me, I think that I know that everything works out for the best. I know that everything that happens, even though it may look bad, is happening for all, like, in divine purpose, divine timing. Nothing is bad, right? It's you just have to look at it from a bigger picture. You just have to come out of the earth, look at it, and look at the beautiful web that has been weaved, and look at all the dark and the light, and look at all even the good and the bad and whatever's happening, and realize that there's brightness and there's light on as well, and all of it's got to weave together to keep the world, like, in order, to keep the world, to keep this place the way it's supposed to be, this earth school. Because if it was easy and perfect, then there's really no lessons in easy and perfect. There's just perfection. But there's perfection in all of it. So thank you for being here, Stephen. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the bottom line. If you have any questions, let me know. I see a few people on here right now. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to talk about something different, tell me what's on your mind. Like, what do you want to know about? What are you curious about? And that kind of stuff. So we can certainly get that, start talking about it. Because we don't know what we're going to talk about. We just kind of like well, what we're going to talk about this week, and we're just going to come up with something because no one has said what they want us, what they, nobody has said what they want to know or what they want to hear. I want to talk about what you want to hear. So it is time. So we are going to do our session. Carol and Stephen, I'm not sure if I've seen y'all here before. So if I haven't, then what we're about to do is called Divine Energy Flow. And it's just a type of energy work. It's an intuitive. I'm gonna cleanse myself as well. So I'm just cleansing. Energy knows no time and space. So everything that I do, just realize that you're getting it. You don't have to be in my presence. This is just fine. I would suggest to just relax. Oh, it's awesome. Thank you for being here. Just relax. Just relax. If you've never done any type of energy work like this, relax, close your eyes. You don't necessarily have to close your eyes, but I would close my eyes and just get super present. And we'll do that in a moment after I finish this cleanse. So what I do, it may look a little weird or whatever. It's all right. I've kind of put together, I'm certified in Reiki and quantum touch. And so I've taken that and put my own sort of spin on it, and we've named it Divine Energy Flow. And that's that. So we'll just be focusing on sort of clearing all the chakras, calming down any energy that I feel, because I'll be able to feel your energy through this. And so right now I'm just doing a cleanse. And when I get started, it will be sort of a transmission of high frequency energy, and I will be sending it to you into different areas of your body. Set the intention of whatever it is that you need. If you're in some sort of pain, set the intention for the energy to go to that spot or to wherever it needs to go. Other than that, if you just want some high vibes, and just set the intention to get the exact amount of energy, the perfect amount of transmission for your highest evolution and your highest good and the highest good of all. Can't go wrong with that intention, right? Thank you for being here. This will last I'll probably do it for about 20 minutes. Like I said, just relax. I'll have to get into a meditative state and sort of get myself grounded and present. And so we'll all do this together. And so just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And just blow it out. You'll hear me make some sounds. That's just part of the transmission. Just don't worry about what I'm doing. It'll look funny. All right, take another deep breath. And out. Really let it out, because that's letting out, like you're breathing in light, and you're letting out any of the negative frequency, the lower frequency energy that you may have collected throughout the day. We're cutting all the cords to anything that you may have done today that really had you in some sort of state of mind that you don't want to be in. So just breathe normal now. Through your nose. If any thoughts come, just allow them to be there and allow them to pass. It's just energy coming and going. Doesn't have to say. It's not who you are. You're not your thoughts. They're just things. They're really just energy passing through. Allow them to be there. Allow yourself this time It's time to, just this really like a self-love practice. Allow yourself this time. It's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Whatever noise you hear in your house or in my house, don't worry about it. Open your heart. Here in the mind. And you're just picking up those chakras. Sending light to the third eye, to the crown. And send it out. Open in the throat. Just feeling into the glute. Yeah, the heart space. I'm going to use this selenite crystal. Yeah. I see you illuminated. I see you shining. I hope you see that for yourself. I mean, now in this moment. Now, what is it that you want to feel? What is it that you want in your life? Like, what is it, like we were talking about earlier? What is the feeling of the thing that you most desire? Feel that now. Just feel that now. Use your imagination. Use your imagination and feel that now. If it's living in a house on the ocean, picture yourself in the house on the ocean and really picture yourself. See the whole thing. Really visualize it. What do you feel? Feel it now. Whatever it is, if it's the partner, picture them next to you. Picture them loving you and you loving them. What does it feel like? Feel it now. Let's just stay in that feeling for just a little while, for just a minute. Really feel it. You can sort of make this like your signature feeling, your signature energy. And anytime you need to or want to, you just come back to that signature energy. Mhm. I'm in the woods. I'm always in the woods. I'm in the woods. There's a fire. There's a creek. Lots of land. Lots of animals. Mhm. Or I'm right outside my house and I'm looking at the beautiful tree with these beautiful red flowers right now. They are so gorgeous. And I'm just appreciating the way that they grow and the way that they bloom in the winter like this. I don't get it. Just nature as a whole. Just giving gratitude. Place your hands on your heart. I do this. Um, I just kind of, my hands just go there. I forgot to tell y'all to do it. Just place your hands on your heart and you'll feel the frequency of your heart. You can take them off and just kind of feel into it and feel what it feels like. That wish fulfilled, that the thing that you want here now. Because it is here now. It's just on a different timeline. All of it's here now, everything you want. It starts with the consciousness of it. It starts with the feeling of it, with the emotion of it. Do that once a day, twice a day, for a minute or two. So y'all can stay in meditation. I hope you guys enjoy the transmission. If you have any questions, you can post them. And if not, if you're here later and you didn't stay maybe for the live, then you can post questions later. It doesn't matter. Let us know what you want to know about. What do you want to hear about? What do you want me to talk about? I would love to hear your feedback. What did you feel during the session? Anything? If you, maybe nothing, that's okay. Some people just aren't used to feeling the energy. That's okay. Um, so you can stay where you are, meditate, go to bed, drink some water. I would suggest. And thank y'all for being here. Thank you for coming once again. Thank you so much. I honor everyone that is watching this, everyone that's made it this far. Um, and I will see y'all next Thursday. Thank you. Love y'all. Namaste. Sending so much love.